You open the cabin door and your brain goes, vacation, not yet. Imagine noticing a smell, a weird noise, or a surprise stain after you've unpacked everything. Suddenly, your first afternoon isn't relaxing, it's a 45-minute line at guest services. I've been there, unpacking my whole life into a closet, then realizing the AC is broken and having to repack while angry? Never again. So I'm gonna walk you through the routine smart cruisers use to keep day one from going sideways. In the next 10 minutes, I'm gonna run you through a simple cabin sweep in 3 phases: fix it now stuff, sleep stuff, and money traps. Plus a 60-second setup, but I'm not dumping it all at once. I'm gonna give it to you in 3 20-second mini setups exactly when you need them. And I'll point out 3 quick receipts, tiny photos that save you later. And near the end, I'll show you the 2-door rule, the rookie mistake people make in the first 30 seconds that turns the room into a sauna. All right, start with the one thing that runs your whole week, your cruise card. On land, a key is just a key. On a ship, that little card or your wristband is basically an open credit card. Try handing the bartender a 20. They'll look at you like you just offered seashells. Everything charges to that card, so treat it like cash. Quick check on the name. If you don't see a cabin number printed on it, don't panic. A lot of cruise lines stop doing that for security. Just use the app or that sealed envelope to make sure you're at the right door. Next, keep your cards separated. Don't stack everyone's keys in one little family pile on the desk. "I thought you had mine" is the sentence that ends with someone locked in the hallway in a towel. Everybody holds their own. And if you walk in and the cabin feels dead, no lights, nothing, look by the door. Most rooms need a card in that master slot to turn the power on. Try not to use your actual room key for that, because you'll absolutely walk out and leave it behind. A library card, a loyalty card, even a stiff business card works on a lot of ships to complete the circuit. If your ship is fancy and demands the real chip, fine, use the key. Just park your sunglasses or your hat right next to the slot so you don't leave without it. Room's awake. Now, before you touch anything else, do yourself one favor: receipts. Hold up. Don't unpack yet. If there's a cigarette burn on the carpet or a scratch on the TV right now, guess who pays for it next week? You do. Unless you have proof moment number 1. Phone out, video mode. Hit 0.5 for the wide angle. You need exactly 6 seconds. Sweep the carpet, the table surface, the TV screen, and the balcony door. This isn't for Instagram. It's an alibi. I've never had to actually use this footage, but trust me, it beats arguing with a corporation based on memory. Just keep your phone in your hand, because the next check is the one you'll regret skipping the most. First, keep your suitcase off the bed. Rack is best. Floor if you have to. Phone flashlight on, peel back the mattress corner at the headboard. You're scanning the seams for tiny black dots, looks like ground pepper, or rusty stains. If you spot anything, keep the suitcase zipped, grab a close-up, and handle it first. Switching rooms is easy right now, but it's a nightmare once your clothes are everywhere. And one last thing, those decorative colored pillows, not the white sleeping ones, move them to the closet shelf or the sofa anywhere away from your face. They aren't washed like the sheets. If that looks clean, you're good. Then we go straight for the high-touch stuff. Your steward's a pro, but with a 15-minute turnover, no one's scrubbing every button. And let's be honest, that TV remote has seen things. Grab a disinfectant wipe, hit the dirty trio. Remote first, it's usually the grimiest thing in the room. Phone next, because that goes right on your face. Then the light switches and door handles. 30 seconds max. It's not being paranoid, it's insurance against the day 3 ship cold that ruins the rest of your trip. All right, bathroom next. Better to find a plumbing issue now than mid-shower. The absolute worst time to find a plumbing issue is when you're naked and covered in soap. Step in. This is a 20-second check. Start with the flush. It should be loud, aggressive, and frankly, a little scary. If it's weak, call maintenance. Then run the shower hot. Watch the floor. If water pools around your ankles in 10 seconds, report the clog now so your first shower doesn't become a foot bath. Press the dispensers. Finding out the shampoo is empty when you're already wet is a rookie mistake you only make once. Bathroom's greenlit, but be honest, are you actually sleeping tonight? Paper door hangers are becoming extinct. On newer ships, it's all buttons now. Do a quick test, hit Do Not Disturb, then lean out and check the hallway panel. If that little red LED is burnt out, your steward doesn't know you're in there. And that broken light is the only thing stopping an accidental cameo while you're changing. Next up, the one check that tells you if you'll sleep tonight, the noise test. Security is one thing. Sanity is another. Stand in the middle of the room, don't move, just listen. If you can hear your neighbor's conversation through that connecting door while you're still docked, imagine it once the engines start vibrating. Also, listen for scraping overhead. If you hear dragging chairs, you're under the pool deck. This is your only leverage. If the room's unlivable, go to guest services now. Once you unpack, or worse, sleep in the bed, they won't move you. If it's loud, leave the bags and go. If it's quiet right now, you're probably fine. And if you want to avoid getting called out on the ship's speakers, do this next part right now. Most people hear e-muster and think, watch a video on the phone and I'm done. That's the trap. Watching the video is only half the job. If you stop there, you're still not cleared. Here's the quick way to stay off the loudspeaker. Turn on the cabin TV or the app while you wash your hands. Let it run, then check your muster station in the app, on the TV, or on the paper they gave you, and actually walk there. Find the crew member with the tablet and get your card beeped. If you skip that physical check-in, they'll interrupt what's happening on deck and call your name over the ship's speakers.
Passenger William, please report to.
It delays sail away, it's humiliating, and everyone hearing it knows exactly who's holding up the fun. Watch, walk, scan, and you're done. And that's when the ship moves on to the next game, your wallet. Open the mini fridge. Stop. You see a place for your soda? The ship sees a revenue trap. If you move their $8 water to make space for your stuff, you just volunteered to pay for it. Whether it's a weight sensor or a steward checking boxes, moving it looks like buying it. Hands off for 1 second, photo first. Snap proof moment number 2, the fridge exactly as you found it. If a mystery charge shows up on day 5, this photo kills the bill instantly. Once you have the shot, ask your steward to empty it for you. It's safer. One strict warning, that box is a beverage cooler, not a real fridge. It keeps Coke cool, not insulin safe. If you have temperature sensitive meds, do not trust this box. For meds, don't gamble, call the ship's medical desk, and request a proper cooler. They have them, but they run out fast. Same trick with your phone, because that bill can hit harder than the minibar. Phone's already out, scan the room service QR before you order anything. Here's what trips people up. New cruisers assume room service is included. Often, it's not anymore. What matters is the line between continental and hot food. Cold stuff like coffee and fruit is usually free, but order the American eggs or a burger, that triggers a delivery fee, usually around $10. Do not pay cocktail prices for dry toast. This is proof number 3. Screenshot that pricing page right now. Systems glitch. If they charge you for the free coffee on day 5, this screenshot ends the argument. Don't put the phone away yet. There's one setting that turns a cheap cruise into a $600 surprise. Look at the desk. See those big welcome bottles? That's not a gift. It's a bill waiting to happen. And watch out for the fancy glass carafes. The water inside might be free, but if you pack the bottle to take home, you just bought it. Here is the rule, label or later. If it doesn't explicitly say complimentary, assume it's a charge. Don't crack the seal unless you're okay paying the convenience tax. That's how people get nickeled and dimed in their own cabin. Desk trap avoided? Now, about your phone. There is a setting active right now that costs $6 a minute. Let's kill it. Your phone is currently hunting for a signal called cellular at sea. Depending on your carrier, it can run anywhere from $3 to $6 a minute, and you won't know you hit it until the bill comes home. Flip airplane mode on, then turn Wi-Fi back on. Here's what most new cruisers get wrong. On most lines, you do not need to buy the expensive internet package just to use the ship's app. Connect to the ship's Wi-Fi. It usually lets you book dinner, check your folio, and access onboard messaging without buying full internet. While that's set, do 3 fast checks. Test the safe empty. Lock it, unlock it. If the battery dies with your passport inside, you can be waiting a long time for maintenance to come open it. Car keys, house keys, drop them in the safe. You won't need them for a week, and they are one of the easiest things to lose on departure morning. Use the TV as a window, find the bridge cam or bow cam channel, leave it on. In an interior cabin, this keeps your body clock synced to the sun, so you don't wake up panicked at 3 p.m. That covers the mandatory stuff. No drama, no surprise bills. Time for the 60-second upgrade. You don't have to do this, but your week will be way smoother if you do. I tried to tough it out once, and I paid for it. 3 nights on what felt like plywood, waking up cranky and sore, and somehow every little fee on that ship felt like it was aimed directly at me. So now I do this one early. The first time I see my steward in the hallway, day 1, face to face, use that moment. Introduce myself, grab their name, because I'm going to be saying it all week. And then keep it simple. Hey, quick favor, do you happen to have any foam toppers left? Most ships have a small stash. If you ask in the afternoon, you've actually got a shot. If you wait until late at night, those things are usually gone. If you're picky about bedding, ask for a top sheet too. Some cabins do the duvet only situation, and not everyone loves that. And if your room setup is weird, like 2 twins that don't line up or the bunk is down, get that fixed right away before you unpack your whole life. One more tiny request that makes your week feel smoother. Any chance we could get fresh ice each evening? If they can do it, you said it once and you're done thinking about it. And yeah, optional move. Some people hand over a small cash tip up front. It's not required, but it's a nice thank you that tends to stick in someone's memory. If you packed a steamer or iron, it's probably already in cruise jail. Most lines treat heat like a fire hazard. You literally just met your steward, use that moment, here's the save, want it perfect? Hand it over now and say, pressing only, cheaper than dry cleaning. Don't want to pay? Bathroom steam. Hang it up, crank the shower, budget steamer. Ugly, effective. While you've got them, grab the unlisted stuff. Extra hangers, bathrobes, and a paper daily program, because your battery shouldn't die from scrolling for bingo. And if you tip, add 1 sentence, this is a personal gift, separate from gratuities. Just makes it crystal clear. Quick test, because if you can't charge, nothing else matters. Check the desk ports. If it's USB-C and you only packed old USB-A, congrats, you just brought the wrong key. Peek at the wall plugs too. Some cabins are US flat, some are EU round. And peek behind the TV, ships love hiding the best outlet back there. This is the part people miss. Flip your power strip. If you see surge protector on it, don't even unpack it. Some lines will confiscate it. Use a simple non-surge multi-plug cube instead. Got a CPAP? As soon as you sit down, check the outlet distance. If it's across the room, ask your steward for a ship-approved heavy-duty extension cord. And remember to tape the cord down so you don't clothesline yourself at 3 a.m. And if you're nervous about unplugging, battery backup is the only real safety net. Need distilled water? Ask now and glance at your folio later in case they bill it. Tech check complete. Now let's hack the layout before the clutter takes over. If you hate feeling like you're living inside a closet by day 2, do this now, because once the room gets messy, it stays messy. Most cruise cabin walls are metal, so your room can become a giant magnet board. If you brought magnetic hooks, get them up. Hats, lanyards, daily program, off the desk, off the floor. Don't park suitcases in the corner like furniture. Shove them under the bed. Most cruise beds are high enough to hide a full-size suitcase. Tiny upgrade. Leave 1 suitcase unzipped under there, instant laundry drawer. Suddenly, the cabin feels less like a shoebox. Before you head out, run the cabin defense check. 1 door habit on day 1 decides whether this room stays cool all week. Remember that my AC is broken panic I mentioned? This is the fix. Crank the thermostat to the coldest setting and give it a minute. Still warm? It's usually not broken, it's the door. On a lot of ships, the balcony sensor kills the AC so the room doesn't sweat. And here's the part everyone misses. Closed isn't locked. Rotate the handle fully down to lock, then the cold air comes back. And the two-door rule. Never open the hallway door while the balcony is open. You create a wind tunnel, papers fly, doors slam, fingers get clipped. Treat your cabin like an airlock, one door at a time. While it cools, do a quick hardware check, closet doors, bedside lamps, tracks jam constantly, and a flickering bulb is torture at midnight. If anything's glitchy, call maintenance before dinner. Get it fixed while you're eating, not when you're trying to sleep. 2 last things and then you're done. Wallet and dignity intact. For the walls, don't stick anything up. No tape, no stickers, no command strips. That finish can peel like a bad sunburn, and yep, they'll bill you. For the toilet, treat it like a different species. It's vacuum, not regular plumbing, tiny pipes, shared system, zero forgiveness. Flush only the ship's toilet paper. No wipes, no paper towels, and septic safe doesn't count here. Don't be the person who takes out an entire hallway. Cabin secured. Now unzip the suitcase without paying for it later. I didn't learn this from a brochure. I learned it the hard way. 3 a.m. sweats and folio shock on the last morning. I paid that tuition so you don't have to. Unpacked. Receipts in your pocket. Now the trip can actually start. One last thing. Drop your ship name and cabin type in the comments inside, balcony, or suite. I'll try to reply with a specific tip for that exact layout. If this guide saved you from a cellular at sea bill, hit that like button so other first-timers don't get cooked.